Family of Renee Good is preparing to potentially take legal action against ICE and the agent who shot her.
The Good family attorney says it's likely any case going forward will focus on police practices and procedures.
The family's legal team is sending a letter to the federal government demanding any evidence in the case be preserved. DOJ says they have found no basis for a criminal civil rights investigation, but the Good family attorney says they could seek justice in civil court.
Meanwhile, we're learning new details about the shooting of Renee Good that are shedding new light on the incident. WCCO has obtained Minneapolis Police and Fire Department reports from that morning, and we now know that Renee Good had at least 3 gunshot wounds. The reports say those wounds were on her chest. They were also on her arm, her left arm, and possibly one to her head. We've also learned she was given care by paramedics starting at 9:42. Good was shot at 9:37. The report says Good was unresponsive with blood on her face and torso when paramedics arrived at the scene. The report also details that Good was not breathing and had inconsistent and irregular pulse activity. According to those new documents, life-saving efforts were stopped at 10:30 a.m. at HCMC.
Also developing overnight, you can see this scene here from the Whipple Federal Building. Following a second shooting by an ICE agent in Minneapolis on Wednesday night, there were new clashes between officers and protesters. Last night, some protesters jumped and ran into the fence, tried to jump over it there. Before that, cameras caught agents arresting some protesters. DHS says there are now nearly 3,000 ICE agents in the Twin Cities. We're also learning new details about protests from Wednesday night after that ICE agent shot a man in the leg in North Minneapolis.
So the FBI says the suspect is in custody after those protests ended in vandalism and stealing federal documents. FBI Director Kash Patel claims they are a member of the Latin Kings gang with a known violent criminal history. Take a look at the video from Wednesday night. WCCO photojournalist Tom Avila saw dozens of people tear through 2 FBI SUVs. The cars are parked and unmarked, and after protesters smashed the windows, they broke in, forcibly ripped out a large lockbox from the trunk and tried to desperately open it. The crowd tore through a second vehicle too and successfully broke into a locked container. It was already emptied. Officials confirmed there was at least 1 firearm in there, and we know that because this new video shows the Hennepin County Sheriff executing a search warrant around Lake Street and 12th Avenue. The ATF and FBI were also involved. But in that search for a suspect, a Minneapolis family says their home was raided by accident.
A Minneapolis woman says that she is shaken up after the search for a stolen federal firearm brought agents to her front door. So this is spring video showing law enforcement officers with long guns moving in, busting through the door before entering the South Minneapolis apartment building. The Hennepin County Sheriff's Office says they were executing multiple search warrants for a firearm that was stolen from a federal vehicle on Wednesday night. Search warrant documents left behind show that the intended target was apartment 2926, but Elisa Porter lives in 2928.
I don't know what to do at this point. I'm just in shock right now. I feel like they were not thorough with whatever information they had. Yes, the person they were looking for had lived here previously, but they haven't been here for a couple months now, and that unit's been vacant for a couple months. That left me with this whole lovely mess to figure out where to start and clean up. Every time I look at it, I just want to cry.
Wow. And right now, the Minnesota BCA is part of the investigation of the shooting by an ICE agent Wednesday night. DHS says the agents were attacked while trying to arrest this man, Venezuelan national Julio Cesar Sosa Solis. Homeland Security says Sosa Solis has a criminal history for driving without a license and giving a false name to police. According to the report, he resisted arrest and assaulted an agent before 2 other people joined in the attack to attack the agent. They say the agent fired his gun out of a fear for his life. We do not know the name of the agent, though officials say he went to the hospital and should recover. But here's where a different perspective comes in. DFL State Senator Aaron May Quaid shared a video online that's raising questions about the DHS version of events. Now, WCCO has not been able to independently confirm its contents, but a Facebook live stream from inside the home appears to capture people on the phone with police. And at one point, a woman says in Spanish, ICE agents were pursuing my cousin and husband for about half an hour and tried to ram with their vehicles. When we shut the door, they fired shots. We requested the 911 transcript from the call from Minneapolis police, but we have not received that just yet. We have more to come on the federal crackdown in Minnesota in our second half hour, including the impact it's having on airport workers and on hospitals.
The ACLU has filed a class action lawsuit Thursday. This is against the federal government on behalf of 3 Minnesotans. 2 are Somali men, 1 is Latino. The lawsuit claims federal agents violated their civil rights through racial profiling and unlawful arrests.
In January, our client, Javier Doe, a U.S. citizen, was at work when Customs and Border Control agents harassed, violently tackled, handcuffed, with great force arrested him, and then they drove him around in their car, finally leaving him in a Walmart parking lot, sobbing on the ground after looking at his passport in the car.
The lawsuit claims the 2 other men have similar stories. The ACLU of Minnesota has an online forum for Minnesotans to report encounters with federal agents. And a union representing airport employees says that ICE has apprehended more than a dozen workers on the job.
Sometimes inside the terminal. Wade Lundberg with Unite Here Local 17 union represents 1,600 workers at the airport, concessions and in-flight catering. He says airport employees need to pass vigorous federal background checks to work at the airport. He says ICE arrested 2 people coming out of the work at LSG Sky Chef. Most have been detained inside Terminal 1.
You are telling us that some of your employees have been apprehended by ICE in plain clothes after going through TSA to go to work?
It seems clear that they came through the TSA line and then were quickly detained by ICE or Border Patrol or some other law enforcement agency that on the back end of security and then just taken away.
We reached out to the Department of Homeland Security asking about operations at MSP International Airport, but have not yet heard back. A dozen DFL lawmakers are calling for change after reports of federal officers getting into hospitals and detaining patients.
Last week, Unidos MN said that ICE agents entered HCMC and shackled a patient to his bed. A dozen lawmakers now asking Minnesota hospitals for clear and proactive policies regarding ICE. Now, the president-elect of the Minnesota American Academy of Pediatrics says fear of going to the doctor because of ICE has led to a rash of appendicitis cases.
Patients should have the expectation and the assurance that when they are in the care of a healthcare setting and in the hospital, certainly, that they are safe.
So the Minnesota Hospital Association says when law enforcement enters healthcare settings, hospitals manage those interactions through established, security-led, and legally informed protocols that are designed to protect patient care privacy and staff safely. Now, we, of course, will continue to follow the impact of the federal crackdown in Minnesota, both on air and online. You can find us on CBS News Minnesota.